How we doing, everybody? There's Diesel. Welcome to another episode of No More Heroes. Today we talk about pulp fiction. Also, we do a little bit of yapping before the actual podcast gets started. We talk about Pat shows me a fun conspiracy theory, and then me and him give our opinions on that new Ed Gein show. So it's going to be a real fun episode. But the other reason I make these intros, you always know, to give you a head start on next week. And next week we will be continuing the Quentin Tarantino shit with Jackie Brown. So I hope you like this episode, and I hope to see you next week. Bye. What do you want to talk about?
We can do either one. Actually, I did have something that I wanted to bring up. I think I had this ready last time. I think it's, as far as I know, it's still going. It's crazy.
What's up?
And I guess it's probably more No More Heroes than it would be Drag the Lake. But let me pull it up here. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Make this big so I can see it. Okay. So yeah, I saw this. This is from UFC Vancouver. And I don't know if you've heard this or not. But there's a police investigation for this guy has a picture of like a hostage. And like during Brent, what's his face? Jake Allen? Jake Allen? No, Jake Allen's goalie. Brendan Allen's
Jake Gyllenhaal.
His entrance, somebody just held out their cell phone, and it's like somebody laying on a table with like blood in their mouth here. It looks like they're being held hostage. And it says police investigating man who showed a photo of what appears to be someone being held against their will during the walkouts of the main event. The police are investigating this.
Can you zoom out?
Yeah.
I just want to say, so that's what it looked like.
Like
that's
that was
what it looked like on the broadcast.
Yeah. I didn't notice this when I was watching it. Like I didn't see the walkouts, but like this is nuts. Like I don't even know. Like I believe it's
real.
Yeah. It's an ongoing story too. Like it's nuts. Like it's Vancouver. So like I don't know. They obviously take, they'll fucking put you in jail for tweets. So like I feel like there's like an actual real investigation. Also, wouldn't that be fucking crazy if this ended up turning out to be anything for real?
Yeah.
Are you doing a Goog?
I'm just so I'm not trying to. Okay. Yeah. No, because like when you know what it is? It's with the fucking I almost said AFI. With AI and shit. The second I see something like that, it's not even that it's not even that it looked fake. It's that I go, that could be easily faked. And then I immediately, it's like, so it's not even you. It's just the nature of the shitty world we live in right now. But yeah, no, I Googled UFC hostage Vancouver, and a bunch of shit fucking popped up.
It's nuts, dude. It's like, if this actually leads to, first of all, what if that was somebody that they were like they were one of somebody else that was also held hostage, escaped, ended up at this UFC event, and they're like, I know what to do. I'll show it on TV. Or the dumbass bragging and just being like, oh, I'm going to get off on this.
Yeah, that's also the reason I was like, is this fake? Because it doesn't make, I was like, the method, because it's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing that? Because if you're concerned about it,
if it's a hostage,
there's way easier ways to to get that information to the police and shit. But if it's
what if it's like a communication? You know what I mean? Like, you know how like they like people will put a thing like in the paper, or they're like put something in the want ads that lets me, like when they're communicating with people through prison.
It's like it's like a message to be like we have
them. Look, I'll show the world, and they're like, oh my god, that is Jamie or whoever. Like it's fucking nuts. Either way, I
don't know.
Seems like it would be a good movie, whether it's real or not.
That's the funny thing too, and it reminds me of like why political discourse is so exhausting. Is real or fake, it's retarded.
Yeah.
It's like fucked
Yeah,
up.
it's very, very crazy and very stupid in either way. Whether it's like
Yeah.
it's almost at the level of BTK retarded, when he was like, he would ask the cops, he's like, now if I send you this disc, you're not gonna be able to track me, right? Be honest.
If
He
I send
actually
you this,
he says be honest, which is so funny. He's like, no fibbing. Go on now. Like even
yeah,
Ed Gein wasn't that stupid. Like even
yeah.
Ed Gein was like, what are you guys what are you guys doing here?
Did you finish that, by the way?
Yeah, it was nuts. It was just so nuts that I like what they did with it. I love the gaslighting. What's the guy's name? What the guy who directed it? He's a famous guy.
Ryan Murphy.
Ryan Murphy. Yeah, thank you. I love how he gaslights people. It's so fun.
What
It's
do you
like,
mean?
because like where he's just like, he was dating that one lady he killed. She even gave him all her underwear. And so they're like, no, he didn't. And they're like, and he's like, seems like it to me. He killed his brother. No, he didn't. But his brother did die under suspicious circumstances.
so
and he's
that's
just like,
the
well,
thing.
come on.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's
I
the thing.
love his liberties.
That's exactly. That's where I have to defend. I saw a bunch of
Yeah.
people shitting on. What's his name again? Ryan Murphy.
Oh, yeah, that's so funny. You asked me this time.
Wait, you asked me?
Yeah, I did.
This
I
is how
literally
much
just asked you, and you were like Ryan Murphy, and I was like, oh, thank you so much.
This is just pure. This is just showing you how much we do not listen to each other.
Who said that?
Either of us. Wait, when did you get here?
We are dual screen right now, but I merged the window over this way, so your face isn't in it. So I don't know what you're doing.
Oh yeah. No, we dual screen. But wait, let me take this down. I actually have this. I have this notebook covering you, so I go, ooh, that's a great point, Andy. What's that voice?
Yeah,
what's that voice?
I thought I just had a really funny conscience or something like that.
God damn, God, the voice in my head is like kind of like killing it, but also could really be like a little fine tuned here and there. But if I feel like we can hang out and have fun.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, Ryan Murphy is the.
Who?
The guy I knew his name. Who are you talking? No, because everyone was like, you don't know that happened.
Yeah.
But then, like, every scene, you're like, come on, that probably happened.
It could probably happen. I could see this happening.
And I go, fair enough. Because, like, that probably happened.
Remember I was telling you?
If it didn't happen, and also it's like, if it didn't happen that exact way, most of his shit, I feel, encapsulate the essence of like what went down. So it's like, let him take a few liberties, because they're honest liberties, in my opinion.
And the thing where like, so they were like, what was there a like, obviously I think some of the names were changed, obviously, but like they're like, did he actually have a hot girlfriend? And they're just like, no, there is a woman that was by her same name, but she wasn't attractive. They gotta
stop.
Also, she said she dated him, and then she said she later on recounted that. And I was like, he said that in the fucking documentary. So how are you? He said exactly what you just said. She just wasn't that hot,
brother. It's crazy how, it's crazy how like people can watch the thing and then just go, why didn't they do that? Like I literally like I was talking about on the one stream I did, I was talking about Nick Fuentes going on Tucker Carlson, because like everyone in my gay political spaces talk about it, and I go, well, they need my 2 cents. And I was like, I was getting comments where people are like I remember one dude was commenting, and I think he likes the stream. I think he watches the stream, so I'm not shitting on him or nothing, but it was just funny. Like one dude was commenting being like, Nick Fuentes actually says because I was saying something about him shitting on people playing too many video games. And he was like, well, Nick Fuentes actually says he loves video games. And I just go, hey, man, I'm just literally going off what he said on the podcast, because he literally made fun of people who jerk off and smoke weed and play video games all the time. And it's just like, I'm just going off of that.
I don't like it.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
I don't like those takes.
Dude, the Christian Nazi doesn't approve of you.
Wow. I don't even Nick Fuentes. Spanish
he's
guy?
he's the white supremacist Mexican. You've heard about him? He's the little guy. Porque. But yeah, no, it's I've been and dude, the other fucking comment that made me laugh really hard It doesn't matter. He's just going through them. But no, it's just it's happened to me a bunch of times where people will just be like, people will just be like, well, actually this, and you're like, funny thing about that, I never said that.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I get it, and it's like it's a fun thing because like the things that I got interested in, and you know me, I'm a real stickler for being retarded. So I
a real stinkler
when they go don't, how dare you, when they go into the psycho house. Did you get that far in the episode where the guy
I got to where they caught Ed? We're talking about Ed Gein, right?
Okay, yeah. Well,
Who
so
made that? We're
Jerry only no
Tom McDonald,
Colin Mockery.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that name in a minute. But no, I got to where they showed up and he was like, what's everyone mad about? What's
He's like, why are you here? Why are you punching me?
And the guy, and then it was
I'm not
the part
done with your mother.
Oh my god! I gotta eat your mother's pussy I put in that box. And then it's like, and then I got to the part where the dude's in the coroner's office, and he's just like, "Have you found my mother's body yet?" And he's like, "We still have 90 pussies to go through to find hers."
Yeah, we got the box of the vulvas. You know, we got to go through that.
And I gotta be honest, dude. I got to a point where I was like, I get it. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I need to see another lampshade with someone's nipple on it.
Yeah, there was that's so. It's it is so weird too because like I do buy that like how many people were retarded and didn't realize how crazy he was, and like could have dated him because he's like he's a single guy. He owns the farm. Blah blah blah. I don't know, but like it's such a weird thing to get angry with them about like. The continuity of it and the in general of like fuck, what were you just saying about the psycho house? The same thing, box of vaginas. Like he goes into the guy's doing a tour of the set and he's like, oh, I got it as an exact replica of how Ed Gein's house looked by the police photos and the police descriptions and all this other stuff. And I'm like, did they really? It made me want to watch Psycho, and then I go, wait a minute, that's exactly what you want me to do. Because I'm like, I don't think, did you? And then like but then also I'm looking at this fake house that was Ed Gein's house that they made for the show that they made look like the Psycho house. And I'm like, wait, so which one? It's things like that I get interested in. But if it turns out they didn't have a box of, because that's the thing is they're walking through the Shining set, and at no point during Psycho do they talk about the box of vaginas. He just had a box of vaginas on set, and I'm like, that is an awesome detail, but I don't know if I trust that it exists. I don't know if that's a real thing.
Are you saying heartbroken? Well, because Ed Gein had a box of vaginas. Yeah, are you saying on the Psycho set?
Yeah, that on the set of Psycho, they said at what's his face? God damn it! What's the guy's name?
Ryan Murphy.
No,
Bates. Edgar Allan Poe.
The guy Bates, Norman Bates in Psycho. In Norman Bates's house, there was supposedly a box of vaginas. What happened? What's going on?
What? Am I frozen?
No, my screen just fucking blinked. That was nuts.
Oh, you're still here.
Yeah, I know, but like both of my screens just went black for some reason, and nothing shut off. Okay, either way, yeah, it's a weird thing. It just did it again. What the fuck? What's going on?
I don't know.
Is it the ghost of Ryan Murphy?
It's really funny to have nothing on this end happening, and you're going, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's just very strange. It just went like black, and then it just blinked again. That was strange. Maybe I'm getting hacked. Either way, I think it's strange that he did have that detail, and I wouldn't be heartbroken if it was a lie, but that would be so fucking cool to know on the set of Psycho, even though it's not addressed at all. They're just like fucking body parts laying around.
I know he was like Alfred Hitchcock was like, didn't he famously in The Birds, he was like, oh, what if we fucking punch this chick in the face every day so she can be scared of birds on set or something like that?
Yeah, they kind of attacked her.
he was one of those guys. He was like
he was like a real Kubrick.
Yeah, he was one of those guys who was just like, I hired these trained actors, but
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do crazy fucking shit rather than just let them do their job.
I'm gonna treat them more like trained animals.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was like, I wonder how many people watch Psycho and just go, man, thank God there was a box of pussies on set. It was the only
continuity wise.
It was the only thing keeping this movie from being good.
It's just crazy. Yeah, I don't and like I said, like that's a fucking hilarious detail that they bring up in the show, and I do appreciate that part of the show too. The thing of the influence of Ed Gein lore over the years.
Yeah, people didn't like that. I thought that was cool as shit.
That's really cool. That's really interesting to be like. I don't like. Also, I never necessarily mistook him for a serial killer, and a lot of people are like, he's not a serial killer, okay? And it's like, okay, but he's a psychopath.
Yeah,
and that's what everybody's interested in. The grave robbing, the like when another thing the book guy said on that interview or whatever was like, he goes he didn't engage in necrophilia. He may have experimented once or twice, and it's like, that's what they said on the show.
You're like, hey man, those are opposites. What you just said. I love when people.
I don't think you ever dabble in fucking necrophilia. You you go or you don't.
It's very similar to like, it's like, what is it? It's like, oh, you suck one dick, you're gay now. It's like, oh, you dig up one body and you're a necrophiliac. Oh,
sir, is your legal name Ed Gein and you refuse to change it? Is that the situation here? Because that's what it seems like you're trying to do. You're trying to convince us that Ed Gein's behavior should be somewhat normalized, so you can go on being like, I'm also Ed Gein, but I'm not related. Okay. Yeah. And also, he was never a necrophiliac. He did it once.
Dude, I can't stand like. The deeper I get into just trying to know things, it's so funny how much you stumble upon, like, you're like, oh, you're just having a fucking retarded conversation right now.
Yeah.
And so like what you just said, where it's like, he wasn't a necrophiliac. Yeah. Did he do it 2 or 3 times? And I go, okay, that's like the thing though.
He did like necrophilia. He did necrophilia. You're not a murderer, but I have murdered. Like,
oh, it's like, no, it's not like he was a murderer. He just shot 3 people in the face. Yeah, like, okay. Dude.
And he ate some of them. He didn't like, it's like, brother, you gotta understand what he did was fucking nuts. That's what people appreciate about him. Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. And it's like, that's the thing is at the end of the whole thing, spoiler alert, you go like, oh, he's schizophrenic. And also they had a really great way of explaining schizophrenia that I'd never heard before, which was like, it's like you hear, instead of just hearing thoughts or having memories or imagining things, like intrusive thoughts, anything that happens in your brain, what happens in a schizophrenic's brain is it's like projected to them from someone else, imaginary. So they imagine a person saying what they're thinking as like they're saying, they're screaming it at them. So like if you have a thought of like, man, I'm fucking fat and I'm really red and like I have a stupid hat on, or like my headphones are really gay or something like that. Like if you just had those thoughts, it would be like, it would now imagine me saying them to you.
Wait, I didn't just think that. Wait.
Just imagine if you thought I sound like a real fucking dumbass right now. Like
I just go back.
You thought that, but me saying it to you.
I just go back to every episode of Drag the Lake and No More Heroes. And
I'm never here.
It was just me the whole time.
Everything me ever said to you.
I never, dude. Oh my god, dude. I'm just having that zoom back. Like when I lived with you, it was just me in an apartment I paid for.
You're like on panties. You're sitting in between. You're like, hey guys, shut up. Nobody else is there.
That'd be so funny too, being schizophrenic and saying the N-word the whole time. Just making up Nate and Lemaire.
All of Nate's problem.
I go back, I watch the Kill Tony episodes. I'm just like, I'm going Lemaire there. That's so funny. Dude, you know what's funny? That's why I realized, I was like, I think I might have just whatever whatever like the free version of schizophrenia is, not like
I've
not like because
schizophrenia light.
well, no, dude, I started. Well, I don't know if this is schizophrenia because I definitely do the like arguments in my head, but like my brain does. I think it's like a defense mechanism because I realized I was doing that for a while because like my brain would make other people that I would fight with. And I would just be like, well, these people are just being shitty to me. And it's like, no, these are the mean things you're saying to yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like
crazy,
a defense. Yeah. So, but then the other one I realized I do, where I was just like, I would start, because like for the longest time, I'd like just constantly, I'd be like, this guy doesn't fucking like me. This guy doesn't, what?
Sorry. This is good.
Panties on the brain. Oh, well, I liked this one, by the way, from Lost in the Sauce. Ed Gein answered the age-old question: can you make a bell to dude? I was always wondering
I'm like, yeah, sure, my nipples could hold up, but could Andy's? I mean, how are you gonna get this many nipples?
No, mine are the bad
you were
ones.
Just thinking that, Andy. You were just thinking it.
Mine are the shitty nipples. You got to flick to really like present to people. Yeah, they're not good. They look like fucking old pussies.
What's going on? Why are you holding your pants up? Oh, it's cold out. My belt shrunk.
Why are you holding that high?
What do you mean?
No, dude, I was laughing my ass off when I realized this recently because I would constantly, there'd be people that'd be like, this guy doesn't fucking like me. What's his fucking deal? Why doesn't he like me? Da da da. What the fuck did I do to him? And then I started
problem.
And what the fuck he's hit? And then I realized, I go, every person you think doesn't like you, you don't like. And I'm like, oh, you just don't like people, but like you don't want to feel like a hater, so you make a thing up in your head that they're being shitty to you.
Yeah, dude, we're just
dude,
like the laziest Ed Geins ever.
Well, that's why I have this like I don't want to call it sympathy, but there is this like, you know what it is? It's like a lot of these, because I think a lot of people have very similar like instincts and feelings that serial killers do, but serial killers are the only ones that like follow through. Yeah. Like, have you ever been there when you're like you're listening to a podcast or reading a book about a historic terrible person, and you're like, shit, I've been there. I've been there before. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Was I on the brink?
And you're like, wait a minute, are we all just dormant Hitlers with zero follow through?
I really feel like it's genuinely, instead of dissecting like territory to conquer or like bodies, we just dissect every negative thought and just make everything true and about us.
Yes.
So like we still have those same tendencies. We have that methodical like, oh cool, a new argument to have. First, I'll make it my problem. Oh, and then I'll make it his fault. Ooh, let me say the things that let me show people, let me explain it to somebody to where I'm I'm in the right. You know what I mean? Like it's all those same things, but it's still a situation where you're like not actually harming people, but not like Stanley. Stanley's chomping me.
Yeah, well, since this Ed Gein conversation will be real good for No More Heroes. I can't find a balance with this goddamn window. I'm either like my room's either real dark or I'm a literal ghost.
I know. I had to adjust I had to go to start closing the blinds over here. I think that's why Stanley and them are so ornery. But
ornery.
But yeah, we're talking about media.
Yeah, since we're talking about viewable media, let's shift into this week's No More Heroes topic, which is.
I say yes, more heroes.
No more voices in my head. No, we're talking about Pulp Fiction because it is. Well, actually, you know what? This is technically the first day of Terran-vember, or no? What was it?
November. Oh, damn it.
No, Cellrat had the best. That's who it was. Cellrat had the best.
I was going to do this. I like some pulp.
What?
This is
why? I know it is, but why?
You said Pulp Fiction because you said Pulp Fiction. I said some pulp.
My fault. Yeah, I wasn't denying the existence of the scene. I just go. Why? I was
going. Appreciate that you knew exactly what I was talking about immediately. Thank you very much. And honestly, I mean, we did it.
Big lover of The Sopranos, and funny enough, I randomly watched. I watched a Instagram reel last night where a couple's costume was that scene. So literally,
look at that.
Literally last night while in bed, just on Instagram Reels, going, I should have been asleep an hour ago. Man,
this is fair.
Maybe some more heroes. No more. Not one more.
All right, but I think also side note, we could eventually at some point switch into television shows or series. Just heads up.
I would definitely be really down for that because I think that's fun too. Because there's there's a bunch of episodes,
a lot of meat on them bones. Maybe we'll start a Patreon for people to subscribe to. We can
maybe 5. Ooh, can we make another thing no one views?
Oh yeah, do you want?
Oh, another thing no one fucking watches.
Let's give it a lot of thought this time, though.
Yeah. Oh, can we try real hard and have no one enjoy it?
Yeah. Well, no. Hey, we're not. You guys aren't nobodies. All right.
Oh yeah. No. I'm sorry. And also, we don't try that hard.
I did. I kind of did on this one, but also I got to tell you,
I'm just kidding. I heard you go. I try real hard.
No, this one, the postmodern style that. I hate modern art.
Yeah, you do like a modern fart.
All right, I'm out of here. No, you won.
The hell?
You won. You did it.
Well, here, let me set the tone, and I've been saying it with most of all the movies we've been watching during November and no Tino or whatever it was, no Quentin,
no.
No teeny. I think that no teeny.
No, that's what the Jawas said.
No Tino. What? No teeny. Let me just start off by saying Quentin Tarantino's so good at making movies.
I think he's a really good movie maker.
Well, dude, I'm loving that. I'm realizing I have not, and I said it on his previous movies. I have not watched most of his movies as an adult. I've watched most of them as a kid. Or like a retarded 20-year-old.
Yeah.
And I've never watched him as a retarded 30-year-old. And it's just like I'm noticing so much more because I was never very critical of art in general when I was younger. I always loved it, but I was always very like I was a much more base level consumer just by being younger and shit like that. And because I was just looking for the fun of it. Yeah. I was just looking for something to feel fun.
You like the movie part of it, yeah.
Exactly. I didn't spend a lot of time getting deep and emotional.
Not the film. You wanted the movie. He gave you the movie when he could, and when he was also giving people film.
Yeah, I was the guy watching Fight Club, going, "Wait, this ain't just about Fight Clubs." You know what I mean?
Like, whoa, that Brad Pitt. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Woo.
Exactly.
That's what you're doing, and they're like, it's so fucking smart, and it's basically like people were giving it like Matrix level shit when I'm like, it's cool. Like they're like, have you seen all the Easter eggs? I'm like, I think it's a really cool movie. Also, the whole because it's the whole thing at the end, right? The reveal of basically he was like, they stole our idea of doing what we were just doing about the podcast. Where I'm your Tyler Durden, like obviously,
it's a movie.
I'm the Tyler Durden of this one, like obviously.
Show your abs.
I mean, come on, yeah. Hold on, let me just pull the. You see that?
I have a job that pays.
If I didn't have this other shirt on, I would be able to show you, but I can't really lift all of these shirts. So,
no, and then I'm the Ed Norton. It's like, I have a job that pays all my bills. I'm so fucking sad and empty. Oh, I don't have any debt. Oh, I paid off my student loans.
Sure, I like crazy women. I mean, but that's the only crazy thing about me.
Oh, I have a really good job. I'm gonna go date a crackhead. It's funny, yeah, dude. Fight Club does rule, but it is funny when you talk about it more. You're just like, but it's also like retarded.
I think, yeah. It's not, to me, it's not as deep. Like it's deep for again, it's stupid 20-year-olds, stupid teens. You know what I mean? Like it's like a thing where you're like, that's about it. But like after that, you're like, it's just essentially saying like it's a cool hip thing of just being like, man, if you're just sitting in an apartment fucking that you rent and you fucking buy furniture from a fucking catalog, you're a fucking loser. And you're like, no, No, that's just a type of person. You don't have to be that person. There also are people that fight in underground things that I can't talk about. But there's it's what
can you talk about?
Okay, sorry, I'm in AA. I can't. We're not supposed to talk about it, but it is supposed to be anonymous. But I am an alcoholic. Hi, my name's Pat. No, if there. And when I say we fight underground, I mean like when people say that's a fucking shit story. Boo! When they do that, that's crazy that they do that. They never show you that in the meetings.
When I say we fight underground, I really mean we get into K-holes and try to stand up.
We're fighting to stand. But like, but you're right. It's like when you watch it as a 20-year-old, you're like, I think that is the case. There are movies like this where like Pulp Fiction and maybe like Reservoir Dogs and other ones where you're like, this is so cool, and it's like there's blood and fucking cursing and it's crazy and it's like nothing I've ever seen, and you can enjoy it from that level. But then also like later on you can be like, here's some you can have some nerd explain it to you on YouTube, go, here's some things you might have missed about Pulp Fiction.
Well, that's what's great.
And you go like, I didn't miss anything. This is your interpretation.
That's what's great about Pulp Fiction is like, or just Tarantino in general, but I think Pulp Fiction is like one of the best representations of like what's good about Tarantino is if you are just like a knuckle dragging retard, you can watch a Tarantino and just go like, yo, what? Mm-hmm. And you'll be engaged the whole time. But if you're like a fucking thespian savant who's like really overanalyzing things and all this and that, he's got everything in there for you too. Because I was reading through the Wikipedia on it, like the whole movie is references to movies from like the 30s, 40s, and 50s,
and cartoons. I really appreciated that too. That like they said everything I watched that was like covering this or like even in general, like like there are direct like scenes that you can see that are correlating, and like he's like, I want it to be like a blaxploitation movie, like an action movie, like a fucking kind of a war movie, a kind of a like that, like, or not so much the war movie, but what was the other one? But like each thing. Can I just be completely transparent with you right now? This is
you kind of have been because you're not real.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah. Hold on.
You've been completely opaque.
I'm back in your head. Andy. I didn't realize.
By the way, I don't mean to cut you off. This is a perfect idea for a podcast. Is just a schizophrenic guy.
Like I co-host it with you, but
but you're just on screen the whole time, and I'm just going like,
that's awesome.
It's actually a really good idea for just being schizophrenic.
That is a good idea, Andy. I'm echoing your thoughts. Welcome to Andy and Andy in the morning. Andy, and then parentheses, Andy. This was the first time I ever like actually, I swear to God, man, please, I am being 100% serious. This is the first time I realized that
Samuel Jackson is black.
That it was out of order.
Dude.
I swear to God, please, Andy, please believe me. Dude. I swear to God, I go, oh yeah, because fucking Travolta died earlier.
That's great.
I swear to God, man, I'm so sorry that I'm so stupid.
Brother, that's the joke.
I promise you, I had no, like I had never even, it never even registered to me that this is out of order.
Brother, that's like the running joke when people say things and they
everything on the internet was about
everything, dude.
It explained to me 400 fucking times, and I was just like, okay, all right. I know he dies earlier, but I thought then because he's in the clothes at the end, but he was in his suit before. So wait, how did he die in his suit? And then he went to. So is there a day? And it's like, oh man,
oh, he must have gotten better. Oh, he must have got up.
Oh, he's okay.
Oh,
his eyes were open. He wasn't dead. He was awake.
Oh, okay, after he got those 10 machine gun rounds,
the automatic machine gun to his fucking chest.
Oh, after he unloaded the Uzi into his chest, he must have just got up from that.
Hey, other thing that was connected for me as well. You want to hear another fun one? When he hits him on the crosswalk, when he saw Marsalis Wallace, when he was walking across with donuts and coffee, and he like stops and he goes, motherfucker. I didn't realize he was headed back to the apartment. He was at the apartment with Jules.
I
Like,
actually just realized that now.
Because I thought he had gotten further away at that point, but he was going to get donuts and coffee for him and Jules and come back.
Yeah, that actually
Also,
makes.
did you know the fun thing about the correlation? I noticed it watching this as well. Every time that John Travolta went to the bathroom, he was something terrible happened.
I literally just, as we were talking about it now, I just made that connection. Wait,
And-
Pat, by the way, we're moving past this too quickly.
Sorry.
I do gotta
Oh,
ask you,
sorry.
you've never heard someone make the joke where they're telling something out of order and they go, I'm gonna Tarantino it real quick.
Nope. And if I did, I never got that. Like,
You just heard them say that and go, those are words anyway.
Oh, he's gonna make it stylish and entertaining. I can't
wait. Ooh, he's gonna pull his feet out and say the N-word.
He's gonna say that this was 30. I think they said 36 times in this one, and I was just like, yeah, it was a lot. I like how.
Oh, speaking on that topic too, it's like it's one of the most Tarantino movies because it's like I don't think he actually shows feet, but he has like when do they show feet?
I thought I missed it before, but it's not only is it on the poster for the movie, but it's also when she's walking around barefoot back at the apartment, they make it a point, and right. her feet are bare. Also, I think near the end when she's walking barefoot, he likes dirty feet too. I noticed that we saw that in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, true. And then he has a like 20-minute dialogue, or probably like 10-15-minute dialogue about rubbing feet. And then he goes, yeah, remember they talk about giving a foot rub and they thought Marcellus Wallace threw that guy out of the.
Yeah.
There's like a whole discourse about rubbing feet and how sexual it is.
I'm not going to rub the woman's feet. I'm going to laugh at her jokes. And also they bring up the point that when she makes a joke at the end, I remember somebody bringing this point up. I really like this. And it's something that I realized was like, oh, he did everything he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Like he didn't like, he wasn't inappropriate, but there was. So it was so funny in one of the.
There was a moment where he was about to be.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, and there was definitely some kind of weird connection. One of the I did see this theory like floating out there a little bit, and I wanted to run this past you. I really hope it doesn't bring us to these, but Uma Thurman, the person she's talking about being in Pulp Fiction, actually turns out to be who she is in Kill Bill. She's talking about the Foxy Force 5, and her character was supposed to be a knife expert, was supposed to be with martial arts expertise and a knife expert, blades expert background. So her name in Kill Bill is only the bride, right? So that character could very well be the character that she's talking about being in the show.
He does call her Kiddo, so that might, I forget if Kiddo's her name or a nickname.
Yeah.
She is only referred to as the bride in the credits, I think, right?
Yeah. So it's very likely either that could have inspired him to make her that character, essentially turn her that character that she's talking about being in the show into the real character, or that was the character that they were referring to, and he already had it in his mind. But I thought that was really.
I could see him. Yeah, I could see him making that connection. That's really interesting.
But yeah, so in general, like this movie, I thought was like it made me realize what Tarantinoing was. I guess is like, and what separated, because like I know that the new movies, Django, Inglourious Bastards, like the new era, the retcon era, what I was calling it, is essentially just those are the beginning, middle, and end era. And then he has his before beginning, middle, beginning, end, beginning, middle, end, beginning. And you're like, oh, now I get it.
Well, I was reading through about the movie, and if you view, because the way that they break down Pulp Fiction, let me pull it up real quick. The way they break down Pulp Fiction, oh yeah, how they have it like prologue, Prelude, and then Vincent Vega and Marcellus Wallace's wife, Prelude to Gold Watch, the Bonnie situation, Epilogue, the diner.
I would like to see it. I would like to see it in chronological. That would be really cool.
Well, because like when I was reading through about it, Quentin Tarantino, he was basically saying, he was like, I'm jealous of how authors get to basically have like 3 books. You know, like if you ever get around to reading books, sometimes you'll like open them up and it'll be like I realized that with Dune, where it was like in Dune, you open it up, it says book 1. I go, yeah, I'm holding it. And then you keep, and then in the middle of book 1 it goes book 2, and I go, what the fuck's happening? So and then you get to book 3 and you're like, this is getting out of hand, guys. But you could do this thing where you can have 1 book but it's actually 3 books. And he's like, I kind of, but it makes sense,
like chapters. He does it. He literally does it in Django, and I think in Glorious Bastards.
The difference between it just simply being chapters is like it's like 3 separate stories that are kind of standalone, but they all intersect. And that's kind of like, that's what happens in Dune. It's like 3 separate main stories that all have the same characters and intersect. And so, because I was always just like, you know, being a youngin', watching Tarantino's because they're cool looking, not understanding them for a second. You're just like, yeah, it looks cool, but like he's just doing random shit. But then when you look at it from an actual standpoint of like, no, like if you look at Pulp Fiction as like 3 separate stories that just happen to intersect, it makes a lot more sense. And it's a much more digestible and understandable then.
And he kind of does that he does that in general. Like it's always seems like to be the 60s era, like pretty much that he deals with, and it's almost, but he has different genres of films that he utilizes. So like also another movie that has been talked about every week, Jackie Brown, is like, I thought it was just that one, but Pulp Fiction kind of has the same exact feel of like a blaxploitation type feel. And I think that's what it was it's so funny because, you know, the N-word thing, obviously, like apparently Django is like, has it the most. It's like 106 or 160, some crazy amount.
Nice.
But this one, like, it's the fact that I feel like, in me personally, same thing. He casts himself, like, even though he's writing it, that's one thing. But like a quote that I saw from Sam Jackson, because apparently Spike Lee gave him some shit. And honestly, I think Spike Lee's movies are really silly a lot of times. I don't like a lot of his movies. But
yeah, he's got a lot of good ones, but
it's just like
he's also a very silly person sometimes.
It's art is subjective. It's one of those things, but he, I guess, got like pissed off about the fact that he uses it so much in his movies, and he's like, you know, I think his quote was something similar to like, not all of black people think that word is cool, or not everybody thinks that word is so cool and slick, or something like, I don't know, whatever it is. And then and it's so funny because essentially Sam Jackson was like, well, I don't care. Like, I think it's he apparently, Sam Jackson said something to the effect of, I don't think a racist could write this well, like write it this apart this well, for like, because like he's saying, I love my part was great. And honestly, Sam Jackson, I feel like, is the star of this movie. You know what I mean? I know that there isn't really a star necessarily, but I feel like he's the one that stands out to me the most in this movie. Bruce Willis is just Bruce Willis, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's it's hard to say who the star is. Does Sam Jackson stand out the most? 100%. That's why dude, and I'll get into it more later, but like so much like this, I forgot this was one of my favorite movies as a kid, because like I'm watching the Sam Jackson scene of Victor Vega.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Well, that's what Tarantino.
I like that.
Tarantino doesn't make like, it's not like, oh, all my movies are in the same universe, but he does not. Every movie like has nods to each other. Like every movie has like Red Apple cigarettes and stuff. And all that shit. And
It's almost like
what
how
was the
Kevin
other-
Smith has the Viewist universe and he has like the Tarantino verse. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, but Kevin Smith is way more like, what if all my characters constantly show, like, because Kevin Smith tries to make it more like comic books where all the shows cross over and shit like
yeah.
that. I think Tarantino just does like vague nods to each other movie.
Yeah. But I think a lot of times they have that too, where he'll have, because he does that. He did it for like Death Proof and the other ones, like where he'll just have somebody make a film or a preview. So like he'll have those clips. He might have in the next movie, there might be a preview for, if it's in the 60s, it might be a preview for Jake Cahill or whatever his face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like or something like that. I think it's really interesting to build that kind of world, but also keep it in like the real world. Like I feel like everybody in this movie is so, I don't know how, it's not even like too, like everybody's very interesting, but like even like what's his face, Harvey Keitel is just Harvey Keitel. He's kind of Harvey Keitel from Reservoir Dogs. Like
Yeah.
he's trying to keep it cool and he's just a guy and he's a professional, blah blah blah, 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 blah. Everything's gonna be okay. Say it with me.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it goes back to too when you like you were saying about how Sam Jackson is a star of the movie, where I would say he's definitely has the best performance, but you know, it's really like an ensemble cast because you can't really pinpoint who's
oh yeah.
the most important person, and it's like it's everyone's kind of like, I think what Tarantino's really good at, and this movie is one of the best examples of it, is like in a lot of movies you'll have them, and I think it's why it's good to not necessarily have a main character of a movie,
Mhm.
because then it makes because like I think when Tarantino writes each character, he writes them from like that character's perspective, and almost like, so like the character is fully realized as a full person. And it's like, I bet you Tarantino has shit about these characters that never even makes it to the fucking
Yeah.
movies. They're so, but like, I think he because his characters feel so real and lively, no matter who they are. There's no, there's no character, like maybe the occasional side, like
Yeah.
sidekick, like No Name, like fucking Dickhead 3 or whatever the fuck, which Dickhead 1 and 2 are way better. But no, like he'll have, because like sometimes you'll have a character where it's like they're clearly not fully realized because that character's just here so this character can have this happen and stuff. But like
Yeah.
the cool thing with Pulp Fiction is like all of them, you can feel like there's a real depth to them. And like Harvey Keitel's a really good one to bring up because he's not in the movie for that long compared to a lot of the other characters. But you're like, you can
It has
just,
a huge impact. Yeah.
yeah, and you can just sort of, the way Tarantino presents these people, you can sort of extrapolate. It's like you can fill in the blanks in your head, even if it's not the same blanks Tarantino intended. You can like fill in the blanks on these people's backstory without having it just blatantly laid out for you.
It's such an interesting thing too, because like, and he offers this depth and kind of like the depth and importance of certain characters is just so implied. So it's implied so well, I guess, is a better way to put it. Like,
Yeah.
and then other people like Jimmy, who is Quentin Tarantino, who drops the 1 million N bombs in a row because
He's
it's
like,
not that kind of storage locker. It's not a storage unit for. Nope, it's not.
really?
Would
That's what I
you
always
see a sign? Was there a
that's what I
sign
always
up there?
associated Jimmy's house with, is like dead fella storage.
Yeah, but they were like that scene. Obviously, Quentin Tarantino is like, okay, you're the director and the writer, and you chose this.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he was like, oh, I don't want to make anybody else do it, and everybody's like that, and he's like, take your shoes off, everyone. So like they have this.
He's smart. I'm sorry, he's smart though, just because
But like,
like
but like,
however
who's
you.
Jimmy? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's Jimmy? That's what I'm saying is like
Oh yeah.
he's such such an impactful character, but also I don't know anything. We know that Jimmy has a wife that's a nurse, but I don't know who the fuck Jimmy is. How does he connected to what's this, Jules or whatever? Like,
Jules, yeah.
it's like, it's very interesting. But sorry, go yeah.
No, it's 100% like yeah. Jimmy's another guy who's in the movie for very little, but he just feels like a full form person. It's like the way he, Tarantino does this good job at like he never like nothing he does over.
Oh,
He never does nothing he does.
missed this. There was
Eric
that one
Stoltz
too.
said the N word too.
It's fair. Okay. You know what?
Which one? Which one was he?
Oh, that was an interesting thing I saw too. Eric Stoltz was the drug dealer for John Travolta that he ended up going back to with Uma Thurman's
Oh
body.
yeah.
That that the needle scene was shot in reverse. I still
Reverse,
don't
yeah.
understand how that. So like, did he go like
I
that?
think he put it on. Yeah, put it on her chest and pulled back because wasn't I've heard that before. Didn't she just keep flinching the whole time?
Oh, okay. That's why I thought they kept saying that like that was a cool fact, and I was like, why would they have to shoot in that reverse? Like, couldn't he just go like boop? And like obviously this I love that sound, by the way. That sound feels I've never heard that before, but I feel like that is such a interesting thud
Yeah.
of the needle hitting the the breastplate or going through the breastplate or whatever. That scene is still it's like so even as a kid I understood the drama in that scene, like them screaming at each other and just like him like half of it again. Nobody wants the responsibility. So many times in this movie is like people just hoisting a responsibility on somebody just because like why is the drug dealer the one who he's like but it's your shit, and it's like that's not how this works. I sold it
Yeah.
to you. That was your shit. After that then that's your responsibility. Take her. He's like you got to take her to the hospital and just fucking call a lawyer. Okay, you're not going to come here. He's like wait, are you in the car? And he's
Yeah.
like oh shit, and it just goes 0 to 60 in like fucking no time.
Well, that was like
It's crazy.
John Travolta's character was funny too because he had like, yeah, he had like his character had so much more depth than I realized back in the day because I was just so infatuated with the crazy shit happening.
Yeah.
But like John Travolta's character annoyed me substantially more on this viewing because he causes like a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And then gets very annoyed with everyone trying to help him.
Yeah, think about like in retrospect, aside from just fucking over the head crime boss in town or whatever, Bruce Willis's like problems, at least when it starts out, is like they're pretty low. Like it's like brother, how relatable was Bruce Willis in his car on his way to go pick up his watch? How many times have you been in the car?
Oh, but beforehand, where he's like, "It's okay, baby. I'm so sorry I yelled."
After throwing everything, like to me, like I just fucking the one thing. All this shit could have been burned. I don't give a shit about anything. I fucking told you the fucking watch on the kangaroo, and he's just like, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Bruce
I'm really
Willis,
sorry. Everything's fine. I love you. Here's get some pancakes and just." Don't worry about it. I'll be right back. And he's just like, but then when he's in the car, he's just like, I fucking told her.
I thought Bruce Willis and his girlfriend, the dynamic of them was so perfect because I go that's so I can relate to that so much, and I feel like so many guys because that's just what
He calls her a retard.
Well, no, that's what I've never done that. What? But no, it's just like it's so relatable. You're like, yeah, you're just a fucking angry psycho, and all you want to do is just make some retarded hot chick happy. That's all you care about in life. You're like, I just want to live so I can make this fucking.
I'm a dude that punches people for a living, and I just want some money so I can go make this girl who's way out of my league way happier than me ever.
Yeah.
Like, she wants a fucking pot belly. Like,
yeah, you know what?
That's like a retard.
That's
not retarded.
That's yes. I would love you to have a pot, but whatever you want, sweetheart.
Yeah, of course, honey bunny. What? Oh no, she's not honey bunny. Oh, that was a weird thing. There's certain fun facts that I feel like nerds don't understand what fun means. When they're like, "Did you know Honey Bunny was named after a real rabbit? It was one of the writers' rabbits." And I go,
You're like, that's maybe you didn't need to include that. Who cares?
Fun. It's not. I don't even know if it's a fact. That's just a boring detail.
Yeah.
But there's but like there's plenty of shit that personally I feel I got out of this watching it again. Not. Yes, very embarrassingly realizing, like, wait a minute, what? I thought maybe that was a flashback before, but this part is. How are they in the shorts again? So I'm watching that and then realizing that was like his first. So that was the first half of his thing. That was like a 4 rooms.
Yeah.
You know, Reservoir Dogs. I don't know. Jackie Brown, I think, kind of happens in order though, right?
Is Reservoir Dog? I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs in forever. Is that out of order?
Yeah, because it starts with them at breakfast and then it goes to, oh shit, the thing goes bad, and then it goes back. It's like flashback. It goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Or it's all over the place. That's for fucking sure.
It is.
But
You're
the guy's
right.
not the guy's not bleeding on the floor the whole time. You know what I mean? Like there was like it goes back and forth.
Yeah,
I
you're
still-
right. It is out of order.
You're out of order. We're having a good time. These are all movies, guys. Okay, lighten up. I like pretending I'm bombing over the podcast and acting like nobody liked it and everybody was just very angry with me.
Oh, you gonna cancel me
Shut the
now?
fuck up. Hey, everybody. Wait,
That's
no,
what
he's the voice in my head.
No, I'm gonna do every time I bomb. Oh, you're gonna cancel me because I can't. Oh, you didn't like that joke, libtard.
You're fucking edgy. What are you gonna fucking dox me? Here's my number.
Oh, you gonna come to my house and have your way with me? Oh, guy wanting to get doxxed so he can get raped. I was laughing. I forgot how much I loved this movie as a kid.
Yeah,
because like I like the whole Sam Jackson shooting those guys scene. That was all like I had that like memorized as a kid. Like I love that. I named my band the band I played guitar in high school. I named it Zed's Dead because of this movie.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then I found out there was like an electronic band called Zed's Dead. But no, this movie was very influential. Another thing too is I like appreciated Sam Jackson's acting a lot more, because it was all because I'm just like an adult now and I can understand subtleties a little bit better, but like his like demeanor post getting shot at, like it was noticeably. I have to give him props on his acting in this because like his energy. Like, because you watch it as a kid and you're just like, oh, he's just saying this to say cool stuff before fucking crazy shit happens or whatever. But like watching it now, you're like, oh, because like you see the bullets. They clearly like something crazy happened, which I thought like adding that little sort of like that type of detail in this like low budget production. The vibe of it was like really cool because he was like presenting it as like divine intervention as this big overarching thing. But the way the movie shot, the like low budget nature of the movie does make you almost identify with John Travolta's character more because it does make everything feel a lot more mundane and regular. That was a big part about this movie too, where it's like, all like the craziest shit in the world is happening, but it all feels regular with how it's shot. But then his general demeanor in that scene, you can tell this is a guy. It's like subtle, but you can tell like this is a guy that shook from like what happened, and he like really means this shit and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with Sauce in there. Zed and his buddy had a weird relationship. Just in case anybody fights in the pawn shop, we rape them. Got it.
Yeah, that is.
Like that, I mean, like that's like, well, it's a weird thing of like they got the gimp. I wonder if that was the last person that fucked around in the shop that they have, or is that? I think gimps are usually voluntary, somewhat.
I think
BDSM.
gimps like that shit.
So that
was a funny. I did think about that scene more because again, as a kid, you just focus on the ridiculous nature of this movie. But the Sauce does make an interesting comment and I was thinking about that while watching it, where you're just like, oh yeah, these guys got into a fight and fell into my pawn shop. I know what we should do. I should call my buddy over so we can rape them.
You know what's really funny about it's so like a lot of the theories I remember hearing when I was a kid of like, I guess fan theories or like interpretations, but it's shit that like Tarantino left specifically blank for that reason. But one of them was the Band-Aid on the back of Marcellus Wallace's neck, and they're like, what does it mean? and it literally means that Ving Rhames cut his head shaving and had to wear a Band-Aid, and Tarantino liked it, so he just made it like just had it on the whole time.
Yeah.
So like one day he had to have a Band-Aid on his head, and he just liked it, and that was part of the thing after a while. Like all this other thing of like, and then that's the thing of like that. I remember somebody telling me early on when I like was a kid, because it's the same thing. I watched this probably way too young, but also enjoyed it well, and it's like for exactly what it is. It's just this crazy, weird movie that was awesome, and it was just cool. It just looked cool.
Yeah.
But like somebody told me said that the briefcase had his soul in it, and that was how his soul was taken out, and he had to get his soul back. And I'm like, that's cool, but like it literally didn't
Whose
add
soul?
Wallace's. So like his soul was taken from the back of his head, and that was where they're gonna have to put his soul back. And I was
Who
like,
said that?
just just a friend. That was like somebody's theory of like
Is he
part of.
dead now?
No, I hope so, but I don't
I
think so.
really hope he is.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Is like that's
I hate
the
I
theory.
hate a fan theory.
It's crazy because it's also like one of those things of like, no, he just has this. It's a mystery. There can be mysteries. You don't have to see everything, and that is fun because it's your imagination. But you
Yeah.
trying to convince other people of what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're doing the work, I don't think a lot of people did the work on this, and like watching it over and over again now, appreciating so much more like of even like the references and significance of it. Like obviously this is the movie that revitalized what's his face John Travolta's career, but I didn't realize like the significance of, at least early on, like as a kid, of the significance of like he was the things that he was most famous for were his roles in like Saturday Night Fever and stuff like that, where
Yeah.
he was dancing and all these other things. He was like the goofy disco guy. So like having him do that in the movie was not only an homage to like movies and stuff that he appreciated that had those kinds of scenes. Like they kept, I saw like not only is he referencing like cartoons and things and classic film, but also like even like old like Batman show where they're like doing the weird. That's what that is like mimicking is like
Well,
classic 60s goofy ass weird dancing shows, and like that, and then plus all the gritty bullshit like the detail put into even his character is like so interesting. I agree, like I wasn't trying to say like there was necessarily like the star or main character of the movie, but the standouts, I think obviously everybody focused on John Travolta at the time because it was like, whoa, this like goofy disco guy's in this gritty, fucking cool, violent movie. Whereas like Sam Jackson, I think, was the person that stood out the most to me in this one. Like you
I,
said,
I,
like
I
his
gotta be
acting
honest.
in this he was the biggest standout, but there definitely isn't a star or main character, but he's the one that stood out the most to me.
I gotta be honest. John Travolta's acting was a little flat for me at times. It's like kind of you're like, yeah,
Well, that's the detail that I
he
loved
is a
about it.
heroin addict though.
Heroin addict, and like the fact that like everything happened when he was in the bathroom, and then every time he's in the bathroom you think, oh, he's in there a ridiculous amount of time, but you're like, well, it's a movie, so this could really only be 1 minute, or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, he's a heroin addict, so
Reading a
they even
book.
said he's constipated all the time. So like every time he goes to the bathroom, and it's taking him forever every time he goes to the bathroom,
Oh
he's
yeah,
not.
I forgot about that.
It's like I'm like, holy shit, that level of detail in this.
Yeah.
Like he's a drug addicted hitman.
Well, and
that,
that goes actually.
and
I'm
they're like,
glad
but
you.
hey, I still dance. Woo.
I'm glad you said that because that goes back to a point I was thinking about where, like, so your friend who was like, Marcellus Wallace got his soul sucked out and they're getting it back in the briefcase, and we both agreed. Hopefully, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Your friend, but
Well, that's where
but no,
souls come out of the back of your head. It's kind of like the Matrix.
well, it's just funny where, and it actually kind of correlates to us joking about, like I was talking about how I'll hate people, but then I don't want to feel like a bad person who's just hating people for no reason. So I
Yeah.
go, oh, they hate me. What's their problem? It's like
Yeah.
you make up these things, and people do that with movies all the time where they like overanalyze them and they like make up this shit where you're making it what it feels like to you, but like you're going, that's what they meant. It's like, no.
No,
This is
yeah.
what it means to you. Because like I was reading it. like the Bruce Willis chunk of it. I forget what the fucking movie was, but that was Tarantino specifically going, I want to do my version of this movie, but with in modern times, but with these type of characters. And I think that's what like Tarantino does. And it's why he has this, like, he has these really long, elaborate scenes that are like character building. Because I think what Tarantino does is creates the characters and then kind of goes, what would they do? Not, this is what I want them to do. He goes, I need them to, it's like, I need to get to
Yeah.
A, B, and C, and then put that out of order. And then,
Wait, what?
Pat, are you sitting down?
Oh.
And then he goes like, how do I get to all those places? So his movies really do feel like, I'm just going to see what these guys are going to do, and it's going to be interesting. And then it's what I've too been, the more we've been deeply analyzing stuff like this, it's what I've been realizing more is like, because I think I said it before, like sometimes I'll read a book or watch a movie and it's like all these deep elements about these characters. And you think almost like, how did they think of all this stuff ahead of time? And I think what actually happens is if you understand who the character is at a deep level, all of those things sort of stem from that.
Yeah.
So these things develop organically. It's not necessarily that the writer even thought them up ahead of time. It's just, well, if he's like this, he's going to do A, B, and C, not D, E, and F. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those things just naturally develop and create themselves. And then, but yeah.
I also think we can't not acknowledge how much this movie was referenced in like other media. Like The Simpsons did like a whole episode that was basically the same type of deal, like where they wrote like they recreated scenes from this. Remember the fucking pawn shop guy going like, "Hey Zed, flies got a couple," or was it Sky's got a couple of flies in a web.
Dude, you know what?
It's crazy.
I watched that Simpsons episode before I watched this, and I've never realized I never made the connection because I didn't know at the time.
They've done it multiple times. They did it with like a episode.
Because didn't they
of
put
Itchy and Scratchy?
Didn't they put like a ball gag in comic book guy's mouth and shit?
And it was Chief Wiggum.
That's what it was.
Because he was walking across the street with donuts, and he saw Snake he was in the crosswalk, and he goes like, "Oh, hello."
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, and I fear people are going to think that I was joking about not getting the out of order thing. I promise you, I know you believe me, but I guarantee you guys, I did not make that connection in all of his movies. Really, I knew like Four Rooms was similar to that.
Yeah,
you want to say something, Carmela?
Hell yeah.
How's it going, Carmela? Yeah, that's a good girl.
Well, I think this is a good place too. I think we did the damn thing. So
Good
you want to get that fucking hat? So you want to, because I think we owe it to the people. You want to do Jackie Brown next week?
Yeah, we'll do it for the people, and I'll be nice.
You can be whatever you want.
I hope I appreciate it more because I feel like it's been like in recent history that I've seen it for the first time.
Yeah. No, I'm very curious because, like I said, I think the average person, if they make their Tarantino list, I think the average person's putting Jackie Brown to the bottom. But that being said, I would not call it a bad movie whatsoever because it's fun too because it kind of goes outside of like what you regularly expect from a Tarantino.
Yeah.
So like I could see if you're looking for a traditional Tarantino, it may not meet your standard, but yeah, man, I think it's still a good time. So next week for Novini.
God damn it,
Novino.
We need Cell Rat in here to tell us.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown. Very nice.